with a wound give less water?
There's Jataka.
These rations barely get us through the day, Commander!
Our children are thirsty!
Doesn't Command have reserves?
A fine piece, if I say so myself.
Exactly! I'll bet they're keeping the water for themselves!
You wanted to speak to me?
The name's Zolka. Have you heard from up north?
I'm guessing that's a place.
One of the desert's villages. They send their yield of ash blood so the Bereka over there can mark the skin of our soldiers. But it's been a long time since the last supply.
If you think something happened to them, can't you send someone to go check?
Were it up to me. But with everyone fuming about our water rash, the commander can't spare any soldiers.
You mentioned the village up north sends...
It's a crimson stone that we grind into powder for our ink. Bleeding Mark has the largest supply. Our soldiers there gather and deliver it to us, in exchange for their water rash.
Die for water.
Everyone in the clan depends on the wound in the capital and outlying village alike, but the last delivery of ash blood was weeks ago. Our supply is running low. So must be their water. My face paint will strike fear in your enemy.
If I'm out that way, I can look in on the village.
You have my thanks. Head north to a ruin where the desert meets. That's Bleeding Mark. Ask for Kentok or Natika there. They'll know.
Ah, the wandering outlander. Come, trade.
There you go.
Good thing I had a little something called gratitude.
Why would the wound give less water?
These rations barely get us through the day, Commander!
Why put guards around the wound?
You can't just take away our water!
The wound gives less water. Our rations adjust.
What's going on?
We know the way of the desert! What's stopping us from taking what we want and
Anyone else want to complain? We're the Desert Clan. We survive with what we have.
Your, commander's not much for hand-holding.
That is not our way. Even less so in her case. Shall we?
Sure. Can't wait.
She's with me.
Draka's not the only one with harsh words for your commander.
The desert has bred survival into our clan's blood. We spit at death and charge into battle. Maybe a little too eagerly.
So I asked the chaplain the other day, how did the
And what was the answer?
This writing. It's Karja. I think it was left behind by Marshal Fashar.
So, this is the Outlander conspiring with the dissident Draka.
Demanding water does not make one a dissident, Yara.
Doesn't make Draka a commander either. You should advise him of that.
Jataka said you needed help.
Did he now?
Aloy has a unique insight into the ways of the Old Ones. She might be able to fix this before it gets out of hand.
Get to the point. What is Jataka talking about?
There is no water.
What do you mean?
I mean the wound in the sand, that which provides the clan with the water we need to survive, is completely dry.
Draka's people sacrificed a lot to get that water. He thinks you're hoarding it for yourself.
The perfect excuse to challenge my command. Like he's always wanted. Of course he makes it sound very noble. That he only cares about his thirsty people. But all he really wants is to be in charge. And if he was, he'd face the exact same problem I have. There is simply not enough water to go around.
This water source. Jataka said it's somehow related to the Old Ones?
From what we can tell, whatever water we take, it restores on its own. Over time. A few weeks ago, it stopped. I ordered rationing, searched for other viable sources. But everything else nearby is tainted one way or another.
But why the secrecy? Keeping your people in the dark seems to be making things worse.
If the clan knew...
There's no water, and you're worrying about keeping your command?
Think what you want. Between the machines, the storms, and Regala's uprising, I'm the only thing keeping this clan from falling apart.
So how are you going to deal with not having any water?
Ration what little we have. Buy time to fix the wound.
And in the meantime, people die of thirst?
Every corpse weighs on me. That is what it means to be a command. What matters is that the clan survives, as a whole.
Draka said your clan won't touch Regala.
Her grudge is with Chief Hikaru, not me. And I plan to keep it that way, so her troops don't. Besides, if she defeats Hikaru, she deserves to rule. That's the way of the tribe.
I can't promise anything, But if this wound was built by the...
How exactly do you intend to do?
Just show her the wound, Yara.
Very well. You can tell me when.
After you.
The wound in the sand is this way. You're not Karja. Or Asura.
I was born amongst the Nora, as far east as you are west.
I've heard of your people. They say only those who are exiled leave your lands.
There are exceptions.
What business does a Nora exception have in the West?
Believe it or not, to help people, even the ones who don't want it.
Sounds like a difficult path. This is it. The wound in the sand.
Definitely built by the old ones. Focus should show me more. Pipes. Leading outside the settlement.
What do you see?
A trail. I should be able to turn off my focus for a while.
I doubt you'll find anything to
I can
fix the
follow
wound
the pipe's
there.
general direction now. I can always check the trail with my focus. Make sure I'm still on track.
What are you doing?
Your wound leads underground.
We've tried going down there, but it's too narrow for anyone to reach the bottom. Where are you going?
I think I can lead us to where the water comes from. I'm used to.
How?
Doesn't matter.
What matters is that the wound is fixed and my people survive. Lead the way. Machines.
Those flowers. The ground's wet too. The vein must have leaked here. Not enough to be the cause of the missing water, but enough for these plants to grow. We're on the right track.
You see all that from a patch of wet sand?
Yep.
That mound. It looks like the metal from the wound. We really are following its trail.
As I've been saying.
The desert kills, but it also surprises.
That goes past that ridge. We're gonna have to do some climbing.
Nothing we can't handle, I'm sure.
It's a lot of machines.
And a very dead soldier.
Is it one of yours?
I need to take a closer look.
We need to get rid of the machines first. Phone I need. Hardwater ammo will make this easier.
Time to fight!
Well done.
You know him?
That is one of Draka's men. I will cut off that dissident's head and feed it to the vultures if he had anything to do with...
We don't know what happened here yet. And we still have a trail to follow.
Lead the way.
Water.
Barely a lick's worth. But there are no streams in this area. These anchors. That soldier must have used them to get up this cliff.
He must have been going back to Arrowhand when those machines got him.
Maybe he found something up there worth reporting back about.
We'll find out soon enough.
What is this?
The problem. I'm gonna need my focus. That weapon. Looks like Draka's man tried to pry this open, but he didn't know what he was doing. And now the water's not going where it's supposed to.
Sabotage.
Or ignorance. Maybe if I follow that main pipe, I'll find something useful. This is gonna do anything.
What do you need me to do?
Just, stay here. Let me know if anything changes. I'm gonna take a look around. A valve. That might help.
Hey, it stopped leaking.
It looks like that stopped the water flow. Now I just need to find a way to get it to Scalding Spear. That's the same type of machinery we found outside. Only this one's not leaking. Maybe it can help me switch the water flow. It sounds like the water's switched. Gotta open the valve upstairs. Get that water circulating. Not getting up through there. System switched back. Water pressure. I need to find a way up to that valve.
It's leaking again. Whatever you did, undo it.
Better close that up again.
The leaks disappeared.
Making progress. Falling gently. valve upstairs. Get that water circulating.
Is it done?
Not yet. I'm working on it. Ran out of time. I need to hit the switch again and find a way to that valve upstairs.
The water's still leaking.
Gotta try something else.
Was that supposed to do anything?
I guess not.
The leak is back.
Oops. I don't think this will work with water leaking through the other distribution system. That valve I saw earlier. Maybe I can use it to shut off water to those pipes.
Looks like you stopped the leak.
Okay, good. Open the valve upstairs. Get that water circulating. Sounds like that did something.
Aloy, I can hear water in the room again.
Anything leaking?
Not that I can see.
Let's hope that means my plan worked. That should do it.
This will return water to Scolding Spear?
Checking the wound is the only way to be sure.
Draka knew what would happen if the capital was left without water. But he didn't care! All he wanted was to cause a crisis so he could challenge my command.
We don't know that for sure.
Meet me back at the wound when you can. Please. To make sure the water will flow.
I will. Don't do anything rash about Draka.
Only an upstart acts rashly. A commander bides her time. Hey. The desert was kind to lead you to us.
Things are about to get ugly between Draka and Yara. Maybe I can head it off. David glide in. I see soldiers guarding the wound in the sand. But no Yara. I need to see the wound.
I'm afraid your presence is required in the commander's quarters.
Is everything okay?
The dissident Draka has been apprehended for interfering with the wound.
How did he interfere?
He entered the wound by force, saw that it was empty, except for a slow trickle that began when you fixed the device in the desert. He did not take it well.
Of course he didn't. I'll go meet with them. The water's coming back, slowly. It'll take a while for it to be full, but at least it's something. And now Draka's seen it too. Great.
You have some nerve!
You're one to talk?
That doesn't sound good.
How could you let this happen?
How did I let this happen? You're the one who sabotaged the wound in the first place. You're lucky we were able to fix it, or your head would already be on a spear.
You call that fixed? It's just a dribble. And it's not my fault. I already told you, Ukta came to me. He said he found something in the desert that might get us water. I had no idea it had anything to do with the wound.
And you expect me to believe that?
Aloy, I came for the water that was owed to us, and when I found out that there is no water, they arrested me.
As I already told you, the water is returning, but slowly. It'll be weeks before the wound is full again. Until then, I will send Arrowhand what I can.
You hid what happened to the wound. How can we believe you now?
Draka.
No, you know what? Enough of this! No more words! Consider that a challenge.
Gather your squads then, and meet us at the Gate of the Vanquished. I have a challenge to prepare for. Leave me.
This will be the end of the clan. I have to stop it. We have to stop it.
Hold on a second. Help me understand. What is this gate?
The doorway to a dead cauldron, a symbol of what the tribe aspires to.
Dead. What shut it off?
No one knows, but it is a place of great significance for our clan. Even greater now, since it will mark the onslaught.
What do you mean,
Both sides will take their most loyal squads to the gate, and they'll butcher each other as part of a ritual challenge. But it won't stop there. Whoever wins will try to wipe out the loser's loyalists all over the desert. The fighting could last for months. Those two scabheads are going to doom us all.
Can't you stop them?
I'm a chaplain. I cannot force them to heed it. Even Chief Akaro can't. It is a matter for the clan.
What makes you think I can help?
They both owe you a debt. You aided them and you've seen into their hearts, just like I have. Misguided in different ways, but no less worthy of the people. Your words might be enough to speak.
Yeah, well, they're not exactly good listeners.
And you are no ordinary speaker, especially with a bow in your hand. I will go to the Gate of the Vanquished, southwest of here, but without you, I'm afraid we'll run out of...
The desert's ours.
If what Jataka says is true, Yara and Draka... Machine saw me. I should walk. That's a lot of angry Tenakth. Draka and Yara are already here.
You're their commander. You can stop this.
She can try.
You're here.
And I thought you didn't care.
Aloy, did you come to witness the challenge?
Does there have to be a challenge?
Oh yeah, there does.
If you persist, all of these squads will join the fights. How many will die here? And how many will die in our villages once the retaliation begins?
There has to be another way.
Listen to what she has to say. You both owe her that much.
Yara, do you really need to do this?
He sabotaged the wound. You can't tell me you believe he knew nothing about it. And it was all part of his plan, to force a confrontation. Don't you see? This is what he's wanted all along. It doesn't matter how many die as long as he... No. I'm putting...
Draka, you lost a lot of good people hunting Machine. You want to lose more now?
But that cost is exactly why I'm doing this. Why I had to send people to find other sources in the first place. I swear to you, I had nothing to do with what happened to the wound. Ukta came to me, said he found underground leaks that might lead to another well, that's all. I didn't tell him to screw it all up and drain the wound.
So stand down so we can all talk about this.
No! No more talking, no more lies. Yara can't be trusted. That's been proven.
Is this how you two plan to save your clan? By causing a massacre over who gives the orders? Drop this foolishness and work together.
She's right. Put away your spears. Return to your homes.
Which means she stays in charge? Forget it.
You see? Replacing me is all he cares about. It's a vendetta. And it has to end here.
For once we agree.
Pick a side, Aloy. Because we're settling this now.
There must be a way to minimize the bloodshed.
The Tenakth never make things easy, do they?
I'm afraid not.
Becoming commander isn't going to change what happened to the wound, Draka. If you really wanted to help your people, you wouldn't be throwing away more lives just to change who gives the orders.
You really are something, Flame of the Desert. But I didn't come all this way to let things stay the way they are.
Then fight us. Just us. You want to save lives? Keep your squads out of it.
I've seen how you fight. These soldiers are with me.
Then we stand with Aloy and Yara. Even numbers.
Fine, old man. It's your funeral. New rules. We're keeping it to just us. Winner takes command.
Nice knowing you, Aloy.
Looking for me?
You should have backed down when you had the chance, Draka.
I won't die today. Can't stay the same for you. A hit like that won't stop me.
Keep me in the fight.
Was that supposed to hurt me?
Always be vigilant.
It's over, Draka.
Not just yet.
You did your best to follow the path. You die with honor.
Did it have to end like that?
It's the way of the desert.
Well, what happens now?
We live off the water the wound ekes out, rationing until it fills back up. And I'll make sure Arrowhand gets its fair share.
Yeah, you'd better.
The desert never forgets. And I won't either. How you've helped us. I mean. I give this to you now. For all you've done for this clan.
From the camp. Maybe I should check it out. That might be the Osirian camp that Moth told me about. I should talk to their leader.
Careful what you wish for.
Pretty sure this looks
They must be closing in on the signal.
Outpost nearby. The rebel kind.
Oh, I can use your insights later on.
West. I got news for you.
You're stuck here too? Sorry.
You might want to avoid going too deep into the desert, especially the southwest. One of our scouts ran into some nasty Tanakh down there, the kind that contain machines. He barely made it back alive.
Thanks for letting me know. Sounds like the rebels are as friendly as ever. I wonder what they're doing this far out in the desert.
That girl was wound up tighter than a twisted...
Now she's in the wilds, all alone. Forge knows all the things that could kill her out there.
Someone ran off?
Never got her name. Kept quiet. Couldn't tell if she was shy or scared. All I know is she didn't want anyone near her things.
That's for sure. I was just curious is all. She didn't have to slug me.
Your glass jaw ain't the problem, lugnut. The girl is. All alone in the bush. And this is Tanakh territory.
Which way did she go?
West, up the slope. Look for her if you can.
I will.
Careful now. The girl's maladjusted.
If only thinks of his business.
Dudes might look peaceful, but they hide all kinds
Are you
of things.
lost?
Spark to steel. Aren't you a Jew?
Excuse me?
Hold the hammer? I know you. You're that Nora. Ha ha! The savior. My savior. Right in the nick of time. The name's Poor Guff Delvesman, chief delver and leader of Poor Guff's expeditioners and purveyors of...
What am I saving you from, exactly?
Death and despair, my steel... See, this grand expedition here has had a... Not far from here, there's a secret tunnel. A passage of the old ones. Me and half the crew came through first. The other half was supposed to follow right, but days later only one man turned up. Shivering like a frog in chill. Only thing we got out of him was that death and darkness chased them as the tunnel collapsed. Died with his eyes wide, he did.
I've been to the tunnel's eastern side. The way was blocked by... There was also a body. One of your delvers, I guess, but... No sign of the rest...
Keep your voice down, will you? The rest of the crew's already... They're refusing to press on with the delve until they're assured a way out of here.
You lost half your crew and you're worried about the
We gotta make their sacrifice worth something, right? And besides, now that you're here, maybe our Sandstrand help me get that tunnel reopened, and I'll cut you in on the delver's fee. What do you say?
So this camp, it's your base of...
What operations? The plan was to move further south once the rest of the expedition... The delver's right out beyond those dunes. But now the crew refuses to budge until this tunnel mess gets sorted. They've even given this place a name. Camp Nowhere.
Yeah, I think they are. How did you learn about this?
The art of the delve, of course. A delver's only as good as his nose sense for good sight. All right, fine. I heard about 3 Osram who knew a way to bypass those bloodthirsty Tanakh. Tap the untouched delves of the West. So then I may have employed someone with the know-how.
A spy.
Look, if the rumors are true, there's enough delving to employ a dozen, but someone has to take the first plunge, establish a base camp, set up a reliable supply route, guard the site against...
Figures the Osram would turn sand into shards, I guess.
Exactly.
What do you know about this area?
Well, north of here you got those vicious Tanakh. I heard rumor they drink blood instead of water. That's how they survive this wasteland. And south, it has it all. Death, desert, and imagine, if you will, a vast grave of the old one. Ruins of twisted metal concealed by the sands. All guarded by storms and machines so that you wish you had a flock of glinthawks swooping down on you instead. Not even the Tanakh venture into the ruins' depths. Only the bravest explorers dare enter.
Like yourself?
Of course. Eventually.
Was there a Karja traveling with your expedition? A man by the name of Amatus?
We always pick up a few travelers on the road. Akaja here, Banu. Never learn their names, though. They don't stick around long. But I have a scout whom I know. Likes the whole getting to know people. He's out surveying the area, trying to find some other route out of here. Should be back later. if he doesn't get himself...
Right. I'll see what I can do about the...
My savior.
For the crew trapped here with you, not your delve.
One and the same.
That it? Over there?
That it is. Oh, and while you're at it, would you mind keeping an eye out for my lockbox? The second crew was supposed to bring the rest of the supplies and belongings. I'd hate to lose it to the wilds. It was hand-carved.
I'll bring it back if I find it.
I'd appreciate it. Good luck, Still Flame.
If I have to eat more stew one more time...
I can't believe I was that afraid to come out here. So beautiful.